Hello viewers, welcome back to a brand new episode of Campus Eye. I'm Devadathan. Let's look at this week's story. Located quietly away at just opposite to the gates of St. Aloysius, deemed to be university, there stands a place that's as humble as its name, Ganjiutta. With no grand signboards or flashy interiors, it's very easy to miss. But for students, daily workers, and hungry passerby, this tiny eatery serves something far more precious: comfort, care, and the taste of home. Today, we walk into this simple hotel to uncover why a plate of ganji here means much more than just food.
Located quietly away just opposite the gates of St. Lucius, deemed to be university, there stands a place that's as humble as its name, Ganji Uta. With no grand signboards or flashy interiors, it's easy to miss. But for students, daily workers, and the hungry passerby, this tiny eatery serves something far more precious: comfort, care, and the taste of home. Today, we walk into this simple hotel to uncover why a plate of ganji here means much more than just food.
So I come here after my regular classes. I have my food and then go back to my classes because it is very convenient and I get nice food here. So it's up to my budget as well. I like chicken kebab here. Most of the time I come to eat chicken kebab, only chicken kebab. Yeah. So we get chicken fry, chicken. Chutney. You get pickle. You get rice full of stomach. So yeah.
On the edge of Mangaluru's college zone, near noisy roads and campus chatter, sits Ganji Uta, a small eatery with a big heart run by a local family. This place has served thousands of meals over the years, one steel plate at a very low cost. From a dawn till dusk, the smell of fleshy boiled ganji dries porridge through the air. For just a few rupees, customers receive a full meal: steaming ganji, pickle, a vegetable sabzi, and a touch of local kindness. There's no fancy menu, just soulful food, served without frills, with a warm smile.
ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ 15 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗಂಜಿ ಊಟ, ಮೀನು ಫ್ರೈ, ಆಮ್ಲೆಟ್, ಕಬಾಬ್ ಈ 3 ಐಟಮ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ನಾವು 12 ಗಂಟೆಯಿಂದ 4 ಗಂಟೆವರೆಗೆ ಊಟ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಎಲ್ಎಸ್ಎಸ್ ಕಾಲೇಜಿನವರು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಿಟಿ ಸೆಂಟರ್, ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿನವರು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಹಾಗೆ ಡ್ರೈವರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ಅಂಗಡಿ ಬೇರೆ ಅಂಗಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುವ ಐಟಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಮ ಅಂಗಡಿ ಬೇರೆ ಗಂಜಿ ಮಾತ್ರ, ಬೇರೆ ಐಟಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬೇರೆ ಅಂಗಡಿ 2, 3, 4, 5 ಅಂಗಡಿ ಇರೋ ಐಟಮ್ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಐಟಮ್ ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಗಂಜಿ ಊಟ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ರೇಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹತ್ತಿರ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಏನು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇರೆ ಏನು ಐಟಮ್ ಏನು ಹಾಕುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಫ್ರೆಶ್ ಊರಿನ ಐಟಮ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ.
Ganji Uta is not just a food shop, it's a piece of Mangaluru's soul, where culture simmers in dry sports and simplicity wins hearts over luxury. With camera person Sana, Wencita and Dev for Team Campus Eye.
Here at St. Aloysius, deemed to be university, various environmental programs have taken place, celebrating and giving importance to environment, its preservation and protection. Among them is a forest conservation campaign called Vrikshanjali, which was inaugurated by Salumartha Timmakka in 2018. Her presence had ignited a sense of responsibility and love for nature. With her inspiring life story, she has inspired others to join the movement. Come along as we look more into this story.
At St. Aloysius deemed to be University, Mangaluru, the spirit of environmental care has always been active. The campus has given ways to various green programs over the years to educate and empower students and faculties. One such event in 2018 the college has launched was Vrikshanjali, a forest conservation campaign that aimed at sustainability and protecting nature. This campaign was inaugurated by none other than Salumartha Timmakka, a 107-year-old eco-activist who was nurtured over various trees in Karnataka without any resources or education. It showed a great example of what an individual can do with love and determination for nature. Her story has shared how planting a few saplings with time and care can lead to making impact for nature and people. The event is an example of how, with a desire, purpose, the nature can be protected by planting trees, protecting forests, and valuing the earth. From student-led programs on deforestation to make people think on greener choices, Vrikshanjali reminding the community that preserving nature isn't just the responsibility of government or organizations but of the people. Vrikshanjali reminds us of how Timmaka and the college carries forward the spirit of environmental changes that begins with local action, dedication, and courage to protect the nature. With camera person Sana, Wencita, and Dev for Team Campusai.
Amid the bustle of Car Street in Mangalore lies a vibrant stretch of colors and fragrance, the local flower market. From ritual offerings to festive garlands, these flowers play a vital role in the city's daily life and traditions. Let's step into this blooming hub and explore the world behind these delicate petals.
Inside the narrow lanes of Mangaluru's Car Street, a burst of colors welcomes early morning visitors. The flower market here is not just a place of business, it's a part of the city's cultural rhythm. Stalls line both sides of the road, each overflowing with fragrant offerings brought in fresh each day. Marigolds and chrysanthemums take center stage, beautifully strung into garlands and hung across the stalls like festive drapes. These bright orange and yellow marigolds are widely used for decorating temples, homes, and even vehicles during festivals. Chrysanthemums, on the other hand, are known for their longevity and symbolic meanings, often associated with peace and devotion. There's a variety of flowers on display, from traditional jasmine buds, locally known as mallike, to the graceful rose, tuberose, and kanakambara. One special flower found here is the ketaki, or fragrant screw pine, an essential part of rituals during Naga Panchami, especially among the coastal communities of Mangaluru. Many vendors also sell tulsi leaves, considered sacred in Hindu households, and aloe vera stems, believed to bring good luck and health benefits when kept at home. Most of the flowers are imported from Chennai, arriving overnight to be sold fresh by morning. The traders say that despite the long journey, the freshness of these blooms is well preserved to meet customer expectations. So many shops operate under different names in this single market, giving buyers multiple options. Each store with its own loyal customers and signature floral arrangements. Behind every stall is the careful, patient work of flower vendors who spend hours tying, sorting, and arranging flowers into neat bundles and intricate garlands.
ಶಾಪ್ 30 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಹೂವಿನ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ. ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಳೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಒದ್ದೆಯಾಗಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಬರುವಾಗ ಸಹ ಒದ್ದೆಯಾಗಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಜಾಸ್ಮಿನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಲೋಕಲ್ ನಮಗೆ ಉಡುಪಿಯಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಹಿಂಗಾರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಡ್ಕಳಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಅಚಾನಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಬಂದದ್ದು. ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡುವ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಖುಷಿ ಇದೆ, ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಜಾಗ್ರತೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅಂದರೆ ಹೂವಿನ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ ಅದು ತುಂಬ ದಿವಸ ಉಳಿಯಲ್ಲ, ಮಾರನೇ ದಿವಸ ಉಳಿಯಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಥರ. ನಾವು ಬರುವಾಗ ಅಂದರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ತುಂಬ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಈಗ ತುಂಬಾ ವೆರೈಟೀಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಒಂದು 30-40 ಐಟಮ್ ವೆರೈಟೀಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಸೇವಂತಿಗೆ ಈಗ ಕಲರ್ ಮೊದಲು ಹಳದಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು ಸೇವಂತಿಗೆ, ಈಗ ಕಲರ್ ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರುವಾಗಿದೆ.
Though the number of customers may vary through the week, the dedication of the sellers remain constant. The day begins before dawn, and the scent of the flowers they bring carries the hopes of prayers, blessings, and beauty into the heart of Mangalore. With camera person Athira, Navya, Charvee for TN Campusai.
In a corner of Mangalore, the sound of gentle brass chimes and the soft fragrance of incense marks the entrance to a place that feels suspended in time. It's not just a shop, but a quiet retreat where tradition breathes. A space where gods take form in metals like silver and brass, and devotion is shaped by hand.
The setting of brass, white metal, copper, silver, and stainless steel is simple yet striking. Brass lamps hang in neat rows, catching glimpses of sunlight through the narrow entrance. The shelves are filled with bells, motis, and deepams arranged with sense of pride. Every inch of the space speaks of age and care, with wooden counters that hint at 6 decades of hard work and the trust of the loyal customer. Of this place, the murtis of Ganesha, Shiva, Krishna, Vishnu, and other deities are crafted with fine detailing but deeply expressive. Eyes painted with precision, posters full of grace still reflects a balance between skill and passion, carrying warmth, character, and the sense of worship. Charm that holds it all together. The sense of sandalwood, the shimmer of polished metal, the soft temple music playing in the background, all of it combines to make the place feel sacred. In a fast-moving city, it still quietly offers beauty, tradition, and timeless craft to anyone who walks through its doors. Grandparents who once visited in the youth now return with their grandchildren, pointing out the same type of lamps they once lit for festivals. The place has become more than a stop for shopping. It's a part of family stories, of rituals passed down, of faith held close across generations. With camera person Charvee, Athira, and Navya for Team Campusai.
Puppetry in India has a history of nearly 4,000 years. The puppetry art form is prevalent in states of Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Rajasthan, and others. Bombay Atta is a puppet form of Yakshagana, mostly famous in North Kerala and Dakshina Kannada.
K.V. Ramesh has been puppeteer since 1981 in Kasaragod. Bombay Atta means more than just entertainment. It brings stories of Mahabharat, Ramayana, and Bhagavad Gita. Although he set out to give Yakshagana a new twist by making wooden puppets on 6 strings, the roots of the dance are very important to him as it has been nurtured in his family for 10 generations. The Bombay Atta was started by his grandfather Lakshmi Narayan, which was later carried on by his father Venkat Lakshmi, and now he and his brothers carry forward this. He has been a puppeteer for 43 years now. Making the puppet is a skillful art in itself. It takes around 3 to 4 weeks to make one doll. These puppets are made from the various kinds of wood. Trees like hale, kumbala, saguvani or teak trees are used for making these puppets. The wood is then carved and shaped as required. The parts and assembled in such a way that is conducive on making the puppets dance on the stage. Prepared with extreme care, the ornaments such as Bhujakirti, Yede Padaka, Veeragase and other double the beauty of puppets. These puppets weigh around 3 to 6 kgs. They are made by artists themselves and are not sold in any markets. Each doll has 13 parts. The parts of the body include the head and the neck. 4 parts are used to make the hand and 3 parts to make one leg of the doll. 6 strings are attached to each doll, 2 each for the head, hands and legs. The string attached to the head is considered the main string. With its colorful costumes, the movements of dolls are monitored by the strings and the rods.
ಕಳೆದ 45 ವರ್ಷಗಳಿಂದ ಈ ಯಕ್ಷಗಾನ ಗೊಂಬೆ ಆಟವನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಇದನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸಿದವರು ನನ್ನ ಅಜ್ಜರಾದಂತಹ ಕೆ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀನಾರಾಯಣ ವಿದ್ವಾನ್ ಹಾಗೂ ನನ್ನ ತಂದೆಯವರಾದಂತಹ ಕೆ ವೆಂಕಟ ಕೃಷ್ಣನ್ ಅವರು. ನಾವು ಯಕ್ಷಗಾನ ವಾಲ್ಮೀಕಿ ಕುಂಬಳೆ ಪಾತಿಸುಬ್ಬನ ಕುಟುಂಬದವರು. ಈ ಯಕ್ಷಗಾನ ಗೊಂಬೆ ಆಟ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಅದೊಂದು ಡೈಯಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಟ್, ನಾಶ ಆಗ್ತಿರುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಕಲೆಯಾಗಿದೆ. 100 ವರ್ಷ ಹಿಂದೆ ಈ ಅವಿಭಜಿತ ದಕ್ಷಿಣ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ 30ಕ್ಕಿಂತಲೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಯಕ್ಷಗಾನ ಬೊಂಬೆಗಳ ತಂಡಗಳಿದ್ದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ವಿದ್ವಾಂಸರು ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯಪಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದರೆ ಈಗ ಕೇವಲ 2 ತಂಡಗಳು ಬಾಕಿ ಉಳಿದಿವೆ. ಒಂದು ತೆಂಕುದಿಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನ ಕೊಡುವಂತಹ ನಮ್ಮ ತಂಡ ಮತ್ತು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಬಡಗದಿಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನ ಕೊಡುವಂಥ ಉಪ್ಪಿನಗುಡಿ ತಂಡ. ಈಗ 2 ತಂಡ ಉಳಿದುಕೊಂಡಿವೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಈ ಕಲೆಯನ್ನು ಉಳಿಸುವ ನಿಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೀಗ ಒಂದು ಯಕ್ಷಪುತ್ತಲಿ ಬೊಂಬೆ ಮನೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಗೊಂಬೆ ಆಟದ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಯಂ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಈ ಕಲೆ ಉಳಿಬೇಕು. ನಾಳೆ ಈ ಗೊಂಬೆ ಆಟ ಮಾಡೋರು ಇಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಗೊಂಬೆಗಳಾದರೂ ಉಳಿಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಲ್ಪನೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಈ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಯಮಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು 1000 ಯಕ್ಷಗಾನ ಗೊಂಬೆಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿರುವುದು ನಮ್ಮ ಉದ್ದೇಶವಾಗಿದೆ. ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಉತ್ತಮ ಮರದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಈ ಗೊಂಬೆಗಳು ಒಂದು 500 ವರ್ಷ ಉಳಿತವೆ, ಬಾಳಿಕೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಮತ್ತು ನಾವು ಈವರೆಗೆ ಸಾಧಾರಣ ಒಂದು 3000ಕ್ಕಿಂತಲೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಭಾರತಾದ್ಯಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಮತ್ತು 6 ಬಾರಿ ವಿದೇಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಪ್ರಥಮವಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನ ಕೊಟ್ಟದ್ದು ಪಾಕಿಸ್ತಾನದ ಲಾಹೋರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ 98ರಲ್ಲಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ 2004ರಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಯಾರಿಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೆವು ಮತ್ತು 2009ರಲ್ಲಿ ದುಬೈ, 2010ರಲ್ಲಿ ಜೆಕೋಸ್ಲೋವಾಕಿಯಾದ ಪ್ರಾಗ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಟ್ರೆಡಿಷನಲ್ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ ಎನ್ನುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಅಂತಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ. ಮತ್ತು 2013ರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಚೈನಾ ದೇಶದ ಗುಯಿಯಾಂಗ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇವೆ.
The puppets are painted and dressed according to the characters of the story. Mr. Ramesh built the Yaksha Puttali Bombay Mane, a museum to save this art form from coming generations to see. They have exhibited around 1,000 dolls in this museum. The troupe has won several state, national and international awards, including the Karnataka Rajyotsava Award in 2010 for his expertise in string puppetry. He also conducts workshops for training those interested in this beautiful art form to strive the Yakshagana Gombe Ata. Many foreigners come here to learn and photograph this art. They present programs all over the country and overseas where they have made a name for themselves. With camera person Nishali, Reema and Shreya for Team Campusite.
Here at St. Aloysius deemed to be university, there's a chair made entirely out of 50 kilograms of recycled plastic. It's not just a creative piece of furniture, it's a powerful message. That plastic could have ended up in a landfill, burnt in a dump or floating in our rivers, but instead, it has been transformed into something useful, strong and meaningful. It shows us that waste, when handled with care, can be turned into value. And that's not all. On the same campus, used plastic bottles are also being transformed into eco bricks, plastic-filled bottles used to build walls. These bottle bricks are now part of infrastructure here, showing how innovation and sustainability can go hand in hand.
Every single day, Mangalore generates around 28 kilograms of plastic waste. That's the weight of 560 such chairs daily. From bottles and wrappers to bags and packaging, plastic surrounds us, and sadly, much of it is not disposed of properly. Unlike organic waste, plastic does not decompose easily. It lingers in the environment for hundreds of the years, breaking down into microplastic that make their way into our soil, water, and even our food. And it does not stop there. When plastic is burned, which still happens in many neighborhoods, it releases toxic fumes that harm our lungs and pollute the air. It affects the marine life, clog, drain, and contributes to flooding during heavy rains. What seems like a small plastic wrappers can have a massive impact when multiplied by thousands every day. But that 50-kilo chair and those plastic bottle bricks prove we can do better. There are reminders that plastic does not have to be waste, it can be resource. In Mangalore, the Ramakrishna Mission has been at the forefront of this transformation. Through their Swachha Mangalore Abhiyan, they have organized countless plastic cleanup drives and awareness campaigns. Their model shows how community involvement and sustainable efforts can be visible change on the ground. And that change is literally under our feet. Talapadi Road on the outskirts of Mangaluru is an example of innovation where plastic waste has been used to build parts of the road. Mixing shaded plastic with the bitumen makes road more durable, water resistant, and environment friendly. Across India, plastic is being used to build road, create benches, and even school supplies. The change starts with small action like carrying your own bottle, refusing single-use plastic, and separating waste at home.
Even with increase in the awareness about plastics and the harm they cause, and now with all the news about microplastics making their way into our body, we are still sadly a long way from reaching a good place in terms of ecological health. At St. Aloysius, we recognize the impact we can make and the power we hold in this aspect. One of our many efforts in this direction is the establishment and maintenance of gardens at various locations on campus. We are at present at such a location. This is Alshema Dhama. It was previously a almost trash-trodden, neglected area near admin block and was converted into what it is today. Inaugurated in 2022 by the Vice Chancellor along with other dignitaries, a major role in the conversion of this place was played by the Eco Warriors, who are a dedicated group of student volunteers. They are actively involved in learning about the prevailing ecological problems and how they can, at their level or at higher possible levels, change this or counter these problems.
Let's make them daily reminders that plastic can either pollute or be repurposed. It's our choice. The solution is in our hand. Let's rethink, reduce and recycle before it's too late. With the camera person, Nishali, Shreya, Reema for Team Campusite.
Amid the busy streets of Mangalore, there stands a place where the city slows down and breathes a little easier. Kadri Park, loved by families, walkers and nature lovers for decades. This green heart of the city is more than just lawns and flower beds. Today's story takes a closer look at its past, its present charm, and why caring for it matters now more than ever.
In the city of Mangalore, framed by busy roads and quiet temples, stands Kadri Park, the city's largest and oldest public garden. First laid out in the 1970s by the Karnataka Department of Horticulture. This stretch of green has grown from a simple garden into a landmark of leisure and community life. The colourful toy train known as the Balamangala Express circles its small track near the modest footbridge, adding a gentle touch of nostalgia to the park's landscape. And simple outdoor gym equipment turns open ground into community fitness corner. Ornamental plants, bright flower beds give the park its colorful through changing seasons. The musical fountain and laser lights, added in recent years, draw families in the evenings, creating small pockets of wonder in the city's daily hum. Kadri Park also doubles as a stage of Mangaluru's community spirit. The open-air theatre hosts annual flower shows, local performances and festivals like Karavali Utsav. Yet time leaves its mark here too. Some corners of Kadri Park carry signs of neglect. Worn-out swings, rusted play equipment and dry patches in the flower beds hint at years when maintenance fell behind.
ಮುಲ್ಪ ಎಲ್ಲಿಯಡ್ದು ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ದಯಪಂಡ ಒಂದೊಂಜಿ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಎಂಚ ಪಂಡ ಪೊಪ್ಪಮ್ಮ ಜೋಕುಲು ಪೂರ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಬರ್ಪುನ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಂಡೆ ಆಂಡ ಮೂಲ್ದಾದ ಅತ್ತನ್ ಪಂಡ ಜೋಕ್ಲೆಗ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಆತ ಚೂ ಮಲ್ಲಕ್ಲೆಗ್ಲ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟಿ ಇತ್ತದು ಗೊಬ್ಬರ ಪೂರ ಲೈಕ್ 15 years ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಜೋಕ್ಲೆಗ್ ಗೊಬ್ಬರ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟಿ ಇತ್ತು ಎಡ್ಡೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಮುಖದಾದ ಪಂಡ ಮುಲ್ಪ ಒಂಜಿ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಎಂಚ ಪಂಡ ಫುಲ್ ಜೋಕುದೇ ಸುದ್ದುಪ್ಪೇರು ಸಂಡೇ ಅನ್ನಾಗ ಫುಲ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಜೋಕುಲು ಪೂರ ಅಕ್ಕಲೆ ಉಪ್ಪೇರು ಎಂಚ ಪಂಡ ಫನ್ ಸ್ಪಾಟ್ ಆತನ್ इतने बीच पूरा पेरन आंड फस्ट नमक फन प्लेस पड़ना कद्री सो कद्री पूरे बर्पे कद्री पार्क एल टेंपल बर्तन अल्पड़ बोक सीधा मोकल बर्पी कद्री पार्क गोतांडे मुल्प एंच पंड पूरे फन आदुप्पोडु पूरा जाली मंतोडु मुल्प वाकिंग समेत मंतर कांडे बय्य मध्याह्न बोक ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಕ್ 8 ಗಂಟೆ ಅಂತ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಪು ಬೊಕ್ಕ ಮುಲ್ಪ ಮೇಂಟೆನೆನ್ಸ್ ಚೂರು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಉಂಡು ಆಂಡ ಫೈನ್ ಪನೊಲಿ ಇತ್ತೆ ಎಲಿಜಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ನಕ್ಲೆಗ್ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಂದೆರ್ ನನೊಂಜಿ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಂದೆರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಗೊಬ್ಬರ ಜೋಕ್ಲೆ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಂದೆರ್ ಮಲ್ಲಕ್ಲೆಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸಸೈಸ್ ಮನ್ಪೆರೆ ಪೂರ ಮಂತ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೇರು ಬೊಕ್ಕ ಫುಲ್ ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಉಂಡು ಐತೊಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಚೂರು ಮೇಂಟೆನೆನ್ಸ್ ಎತ್ತುದು ಸರಿ ಆತು ಅಂತ ಬಂದಿರು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಡೆ ಬರ್ರೆ ಮಸ್ತ್ ಖುಷಿ ಆಪುಂಡು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಡೆ ಇತ್ತೆಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ಪೆ ಮುಲ್ಪ ಗೊಬ್ಬರ ಎಂದೆ ಬರ್ಪೆ ಬೊಕ್ಕ ತಿರ್ಗೆರೆ ಎಂದೆ ಬರ್ಪೆ
Kadri Park stays rooted as Mangaluru's green heart, a place where old trees shelter new generations and community life finds space to breathe. With camera person Navya, Athira and Charvee for Team Campus Eye.
That's all for this week's Campus Eye. See you next week. Until then, stay tuned.